So of late, I've been working on this DIY project of mine. It's an analog drum machine built inside an old telephone. Now the setup for this thing is very straightforward. All you need to do is power it up using 5 volts from any 5 volt supply, either a battery bank or a phone charger or something like that. And the audio out for the drum machine needs to go to an amplifier. In my case, since the drum machine and my amplifier don't have a volume control, I'm first taking the audio out to a breadboard where a voltage divider is reducing the volume, and then that is going to my DIY amplifier. The settings for the whole drum machine have been split into 4 different pages, which have been assigned to these 4 buttons. The first button is for setting the tempo of the drum machine. Right now it's set to 120 beats per minute. If you want to increase or decrease it, you could use either the plus or minus buttons. Or if you have a specific tempo in mind, say I want to set it back to 120 beats per minute, I could just dial it on the keypad and press hash to set it. The next page is for setting the current channel that I am editing. The sequencer of this drum machine currently supports 8 drum channels from channel A to channel H, and at the moment I'm only using 5 of those. So channel A has been set for the kick, B for toms, C is snare, D and E are for the closed and open hi-hats. And other than this, the bottom 3 buttons have been assigned for the solo and mute functionality. Now how that works is on any channel, if you want to mute it, you just press hash and that mutes that specific channel. You know a channel is muted when it has this U-shaped symbol on the bottom. In case you want to solo a specific channel, say I want to solo channel B, I just press star on that channel. And in that case, you'll notice other than channel B, the other channels from A through H have been muted out. Now how the solo button works is it overwrites the previous setting, which means if I now on channel H press the solo button again, you'll notice the previous soloed out channel, which was channel B, is now muted. And other than H channel, the rest of the channels are muted. Moving on to the third page. This page is for setting the number of beats in our drum sequence. So unlike other drum machines that use a step sequencer where you have to specify the number of steps in your drum sequence, here we go by the number of beats. So that means if you want to play a drum sequence that is in 4/4, you just press 4 and hash. So you get 4 beats in your specific drum sequence. If you want to play some odd time signatures, say you want to play a 7 beat sequence, then you just press 7 and hash, and so on. You could also use the plus and minus buttons to further increase or decrease the number of steps. For now, let me set it to 4 beats in this sequence. The final page is for actually programming the notes or the drum hits. Now how this works is each beat gets 12 notes or 12 subdivisions, and you get to program 1 beat at a time. So at this moment I can program the first beat of channel A. If I want to program the second beat, I just press plus and I can therefore program the subsequent beats as well. So let's say I want to program a kick on every downbeat. So I could just say 1 on every beat. So now based on our 120 beats per minute, I'm getting a kick every beat. Like I mentioned, each beat gets 12 notes. So that means if you want, you could program a quarter note, 8th notes, 16th notes, triplets, and even sextuplets. Now let's actually try programming some beats on this. So let's first see what do I have. Let's make this 4. So I've got 1 on the downbeat. Let's move to the snare and let's put it on the 2 and 4. Let's add a hi-hat. Let's add a tom. Let's add a open hat. Now here is where you can start playing around with different stuff. So like I mentioned, you could mute things. So I can mute the open hat. Let's mute the tom. Let's solo the tom. Okay, let's get the kick back. Let's get the snare back. Let's get everything back. Now there's also a reset button that resets the sequence real time. So I can do something like now. There is also a clear button. So if I move to channel E and I press clear, right now this is what the open hat sounds like. And if I press clear, so now it has cleared the hi-hat hits. Now here is how the clear button acts differently in the channel page and in the notes page. In the channel page it will clear the whole channel. In the notes page it will only clear that specific beat. So right now if I press clear, it will only clear this beat and the remaining beats stay the same. So yes. The last feature of this drum machine is this red button right here, which is actually a second drum sequence that you can play. Now I've already programmed one drum sequence already here. So that means in real time you can switch between two different drum sequences. So now one final feature is the brightness control on the channel page. So if you press plus or minus buttons, the screen brightness will go up and down.